Halloween edition of Morning Mix.
Wolverine has an accent.
I know, right? Crikey. In 2018, when the legendary Miller Theater reopened, it hit the ground running. Hundreds of concerts, galas, private functions, and more later, and there's no sign of slowing down.
However, the hurricane did postpone a few performances, but those have been rescheduled, including one this weekend that's just perfect for the Halloween season. Sales and Marketing Director Katie Brooks is back to update us on what's going on at the Miller Theater. Hey.
Hi, well, thanks for having me.
Should I call you April?
April O'Neil.
Yes, I'm April O'Neil today. I am staff reporter. Let me know if you see my turtles running around anywhere.
Okay. All right. That'll be Al's cue to come out through a turtle right now. To the back here.
Well, there's so much history with the Miller, so take us back to some of its rich past.
Yeah, so the Miller Theater originally opened in 1940. It was one of the many theaters in downtown Augusta, but we always like to say that it was Frank Miller's crowning jewel. It was one of his proudest accomplishments, and you can tell because he put his name on it. So the Miller was a premier place for entertainment for nearly 40 years in downtown Augusta before ultimately closing in the 1980s. It sat vacant for years before reopening in 2018 after some lovely work from our community. They really came together to raise funds to reopen the Miller to become home of the Augusta Symphony.
And it is an absolutely beautiful place if you haven't been there yet, too. Now, just like the pandemic did, things slowed down at the Miller, but it didn't stop. But you did have a number of shows that were postponed, like we said. What's the status of some of those?
Yeah, so a lot of our shows, due to the hurricane, had to be postponed, but they've been rescheduled. If you had tickets previously, you should have received email alerts about those new dates. And if you haven't, check our website, millertheateraugusta.com, for that information. So one show in particular that we're very excited about that was rescheduled is coming up this Sunday.
Okay, tell us about that one. That's a big one.
So Halloween is not going to be over today. If you're like me and you love Halloween, don't worry, it's continuing on until Sunday. We have Rocky Horror Picture Show live. So there'll be a screening of the film with a shadow cast on stage, and which I'm very excited about. Barry Bostwick, the original Brad from the movie, will be there answering some questions.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'll be dressed as Janet, so if you see me, please say hello.
Of course you will.
Yeah. Brad's going to be there.
Janet or Magenta? I could see one or the other there for you. Yeah, okay. So you have that one coming up, and then we move a few weeks into November, the big music performance with familiar names from our area, too. Tell us about Friendsgiving. Yeah,
so November is full of a ton of really great events, but we're very excited for Friendsgiving. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so November 27th. And it's going to be just a wonderful night of great music and community. So some of my favorite acts from around the area will be playing Ryan Abel, who, if you haven't caught him live, you're missing out. What a wonderful human and singer. And then there'll be Derek Dove and the Peacekeepers, and also Swamp Music, who they're a tribute to Leonard Skinner.
Great, check that out. Again, that's the night before Thanksgiving. So everybody always has fun the night before Thanksgiving.
Exactly, a great way to spend that night. So how does it feel to see the community supporting the Miller, a building that has been around for years and is a staple downtown?
It's wonderful, and I think that the one thing about the Miller is we also love to give back to the community. So with our Friendsgiving concert coming up later this month, for every ticket sold, there'll be $2 donated to the Golden Harvest Food Bank.
Excellent.
And so it just shows that we love being a part of the community. We love helping our community and being really invested in it. And, you know, while the Miller may not be feeding folks or housing folks or doing some of these things that other nonprofits are doing, we are bringing entertainment. And I think after something like Hurricane Helene, we really need that. We need a sense of normalcy and fun and maybe an escape from insurance claims.
Oh, those are ongoing.
Personally.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're only about 30 seconds left. There are a lot of other shows hitting the Miller stage soon.
Yes.
Any others you want to mention real quick?
So we have a lot of wonderful entertainment. Tonight or tomorrow night we have the Augusta Symphony. They'll be performing. Saturday we'll have Danae Hayes, a wonderful comedian, and then the rest of November is filled with events, so please go to our website and look and find something for you to attend.
All right. MillerTheaterAugusta.com, the place to be. And yeah, if you're a Rocky Horror fan, I remember going to the midnight showings for this thing. This is going to be kind of like
There'll be prop bags for sale, so come on out.
You're going to dig this, absolutely. Katie, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
April. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Let's check in right